This great fun little witch is made around a little tea cake, and it's one of the projects that you can do in Make It With Mum. A little bit of help might be needed just for doing the fingers and also for piping the hair, but it's not too tricky to do. To make this little witch figure, you need some tea cakes. You need some black sugar paste, aqua ice. We've got some pale kind of green colour, which I've made up with green mixed with some white as well. And you've got some purple too, some light purple. You need a little star cutter, sugar glue, and some white royal icing in a bag. And then you're ready to go. Roll out some black sugar paste. You want it about, I would say, about 6 to 7 inches long, so about around 15 centimetres to 18 centimetres long. And you want it about 5 centimetres, 2 inches wide. So I'm going to cut the sides off there. Slope those two sides inwards. If anything, make this too long, because when you wrap it round her, if it's too long, you can cut a bit off, but you don't want to be stretching it if it's too short. Now what I want to do is I want to frill along the longest edge. And to do that, I need to bring it very close to me. I want to take a PME number 9 tool, which is a bulbulous cone tool, and I want to roll that along there. Now, if you're a child and you're doing this and you find this a little bit difficult to do, what you can do instead is just indent it like that. And that looks just as good, and it's very much easier to do. So you can have that effect instead. We take our tea cake. We've got some sugar glue here. And I'm just going to brush that all over the little tea cake. When you do this, make sure you don't press it too hard on top, because it will actually crack, because I've done that with them. And then you take your little dress and you wrap it around. But as you're wrapping it round, can you bunch it at the top like that? And then all the way round, and that should meet around the other side. And then press those little bits down there. And you've got your little witch's skirt. Now she needs some arms. Use your guide to sizes, and it will tell you what size you want to use for this. And we want size E for each arm. So hold those over circly, and for roughly the right size, shape it into a long cone shape, about 3 to 4 centimetres long, and then you make a hole at the end of it, and one arm will stick there. Now, because you're using the black sugar paste, it'll be very slightly sticky as you're making this, and it will stick by itself. And there's the other arm there. She's got little arms. Now you need some hands, and the hands are going to be size G. You make them into a teardrop shape. You stick one up each sleeve like that, and then I flatten the ends. And then using a little pair of scissors, you can give her little pointy fingers just by cutting like that. And she's got pointy fingers. There we are. Now you want a head. And the head is going to be size C, so hold that over circle C. Now, normally, if I'm making a head for someone like a little choir boy or a snowman, I'll put that on as it is, but I want to pull out a nose on this one. So I'm going to start pinching the front of her face till she's got a nice, long, pointy nose, like that. You can give her a little mouth underneath there. Just tilt her head back. Just give her a little mouth there. You've got your witch's head on now, so we want to give her some eyes. And those are marked with a cocktail stick, with black paste colour. Use a nice clean stick. The ones that have been there already have gone in too far, and there's too much black on the end of them. So use a nice fresh one, and we're going to give her dot eyes. Usually I give long eyes to all my characters because they look more friendly, but we don't want our witch to look friendly, so we're going to give her dot eyes, which look mean. Now we're going to do a hat, and the hat is going to be a size C. And you want to shape it into a teardrop shape like that. And then when it's in the teardrop shape, using your thumb and your index finger, pinch out a brim. Just go all the way around. Keep on revolving until you've got a brim on the hat. And then you can pop a hat onto her head. Bend it up at the front so you can see her eyes. Now there's 2 more things you can do to her. We're going to give her her hair, but a little extra you can add to her. On this one, I've done little eyebrows. That's an optional extra as well. This one I'm going to give little stars all over her outfit. So I've rolled out the purple icing quite thinly, and I've got a little plunger star cutter. Now the easiest way to put these onto her dress are to actually press them out onto the dress as you push them out the cutter, because they're quite tiny. I'm only using sugar paste in this purple. If I put them down on the ground, pick them up, I'd probably distort them. So I'm actually going to press that right onto her to release it from the cutter, and a few round the back as well. And you could, if you wish, do those all over a hat too. It's another little extra you can add to it. And finally, we need some hair. And what we're going to do for the hair is going to get royal icing. It's in a bag. And we're going to cut the end of the back as if we're going to pipe grass or hair. This is a tutorial on its own, so do have a look at that. Lots of ways of piping hairstyles. 1 cut that way and 1 cut that way. Now, because you've made 2 little cuts that make that pointy shape, when you pipe out of there, it automatically goes to a point. And you can give her spiky white hair all the way down the sides. You can make it as long as you want, and all around the back as well. I'm just holding her hat up just while I do the piping around the back. There we are. Now if you're making little witch cupcakes for Halloween, you probably want to learn how to make a cat as well. And here we got little black cat that could go with her, and that's a separate tutorial, so if you look that one up you can make your little cats too.